While men are on social media, hand wringing about bears, women are being hunted in their own homes by their spouses, by their dads. While men rant about feminism destroying the home, women are facing real threats. And it's not from wildlife, it's from the men who are in their lives typically. Typically, it's someone they know. So this post is about to it is going to be triggering. It is going to be deep because I'm going through and I'm showing some of the things that men say on social media, and I'm going to show some real life headlines that women are facing, and these are mostly recent things that women are going through. So buckle up, and like I said, I'm just giving the trigger warning ahead of time. Trigger warning for DV and abuses that women and girls face. I'm just putting that out there that some of these stories are challenging because this is some of the things that women and girls face throughout this world. While men are online talking about what's wife material and how they need their wife appliance to cook, clean, and be their therapist, women have to deal with incels online and in real life. So this is going on in France. It says when misogyny becomes terrorism, France just charged its first incel under anti-terror law. This isn't a one-off, it's a warning because these dudes are devolving, they are failing and flailing, and all of their insults and everything is really making them angry, and they're angry at us in real life. So this headline, it says French police arrest incel teenager over alleged plot to attack women. And the thing is, it's obviously not just men. These teenage boys are a threat to us as well. It says an 18-year-old in France was arrested for planning a knife attack against women. He idolized mass murderers who targeted women and called himself an incel, short for involuntary celibate. Now, for the first time, France is treating incel violence as terrorism. Why? Because hate doesn't have to be political to be deadly, and gender-based hate is on the rise. We have men online whining about child support for the children that they help create, and girls who can't get justice even when a person is a rapist. This article comes out of Utah, and we've seen it because this started circulating like a week ago. Utah's Senate president prompted law change that helped a teen charged with child rape. So you got these men that are whining about having to take care of their children, and you have literal children that won't be able to even get a termination because of these forced birther states. And let the men and boys off anyway. Who gives a damn? Obviously, I give a damn. Last year, an 18-year-old Utahn was staring at the potential of years in prison accused of having sex with a 13-year-old. A 13-year-old. Plea bargain negotiations were at an impasse. Then the Utah legislature, based on an initial suggestion from Senate President J. Stewart Adams, changed the law. 2 months later, prosecutors offered the 18-year-old who is related to Adams a plea deal. The teen would plead guilty to reduced charges, face no additional jail time beyond a week already served, and would not have to register as an ex-offender. The new law was not made retroactive, and the teenager was not charged with the new lower-level crime it created. But in court hearings, the judge, the prosecutor, and defense attorney Cara, so a woman, Cara Tangero, who helped draft the bill language that was adopted by the legislature, all acknowledged that it was pivotal to resolving charges against the 18-year-old. Every single time you open up social media, you see a man talking about being a protector and a provider. You see that every single time. But who do women need to be protected from? This IG reel was sent to me. This woman, it says April 25th, 2025, celebrating my wedding. In this video, she's dancing, she's celebrating, she's happy. This was the very next slide, June 12th. So April 25th to June 12th. So that's April, May, June, like a month and a half later. Husband is jailed for DV. I filed for divorce the next day. DV. Who are women being protected from? You say that the men are the protectors and the providers, but this woman, a month and a half later, after getting married, is filing for divorce because her man is the one that is actually the perp and the supposed protector. that same woman, Danny, it says, is always protect women until it's one of their friends being accused. Then suddenly it's, but he was such a nice guy. They don't really want to protect women. It's not really protect women. It's protect males' egos and reputation over women's bodies. Down here, under the caption, it says, choosing the bear every time, hashtag self-love. People blame feminists. People blame me. People call me misandrous and all this, and that. But it's the men, it's the relationships that these women are in that are making them choose the bear. I just share women's stories. A lot of times I'm sharing what men are saying online to us, and I get accused of being misandrous simply for sharing what men are saying to women. But this is them. These women are the ones that are being harmed. I'm just sharing their stories. At some point in time, they're going to have to change their behaviors. Last week, I shared a post from the Ask Men subreddit where the men were asked what they would do if the women in their lives suddenly disappeared, if women simply disappeared. When women are asked that question, their answers are completely different. I do want to, I'm going to read this post or this comment from this woman. Her name is Old School Butch. Old School Butch, listen to this. It says, I know women who were teenagers during World War II who talked about the immense freedom they had as teen girls. They could sleep on the beach at night. They'd walk home alone after a party. From the way they talk, you'd think there wasn't a war going on or that some of those nights were interrupted by air raid sirens. How was this possible? Easy. Just conscript every able-bodied man between the ages of 15 and 60 and put them in military compounds that they aren't allowed to leave. Remember this the next time a woman muses about having curfews for men so women can walk alone at night, and everyone scoffs at how that wouldn't solve anything somehow. Women care about their own safety. We know where the threat typically comes from, but then you have men and some women that come into our spaces that want to say, not all, not all. Yes, we know not all, but how are we supposed to know the difference? It's not like there's ever any like labeling or anything that says I'm safe. And truly, if someone had a label that said I'm safe, that would make us not believe that they're safe. I thought this was interesting coming out of Britain. Undercover officers pose as joggers to catch catcallers. Plainclothes officers jog through areas identified as harassment hotspots while specialist units wait to intervene. You see what they're wearing. They're not wearing anything outrageous, but any woman who's a runner knows and understands that, you know what could happen when you're just out minding your own business and you happen to be a woman. Surrey police sent 2 undercover officers out jogging at rush hour to show the level of catcalling female joggers received. A spokesman for the force said, these behaviors may not be criminal offenses in themselves, but they need to be addressed. However, the operation was criticized by the Free Speech Union, which said it amounted to bizarre social psychology experiments, adding that officers should focus on enforcing existing laws. First reported by LBC, it saw plainclothes police officers in athletic gear jogging through areas identified as harassment hotspots, while nearby specialist units waited to intervene at the first sign of abuse. Surrey police said that the approach was designed to protect women and girls in public spaces. According to the force, the trial, which lasted a month, led to 18 arrests for offenses such as harassment, SA, and theft. This is where free speech is crossing lines. Women are not safe. Girls are not safe. And then we have this. Man allegedly made disturbing breast milk request from friend who just given birth before police say he raped her. So this man right here, his name is Cecil Fuller, and he's charged with second-degree rape in Louisiana. A Louisiana man is accused of raping a woman weeks after she gave birth. Cecil Fuller is charged with second-degree rape. Fuller allegedly asked his friend to drink her breast milk before the alleged rape, according to reports. Women and children are not safe, and the GOP loves surrounding themselves and protecting themselves with Fritos, with PDF files. This person, GOP lawmaker in South Carolina, resigns amid child porn charges. We have this woman who is aggressively and with a lot of emotion talking to girls about how to keep themselves and their bodies safe. That we just live in a time where this is even necessary. And her video is going viral and people might have some things to say, but this is where we are right now. Because you have people like this going on. This man has been arrested because he is a butt sniffer. And I know folks were probably in the comments laughing it up, but imagine the violation. And I believe it was last year, a man was going around like putting baby batter on women in the grocery store. Some of the vile things that men are doing is jumping from the computer screen, is jumping from just talk into words that are just so vile and violating. I know that this has probably been a lot, and I'm going to just do this once a week because there's so many stories out there that this is hard. But, this is what we're living through, so we have to keep talking about it.